Hey, welcome to episode 101 of the Coffee with Creators podcast. Really excited to be here. This is the first episode of season two. You guys know, kind of been, you know, keeping up with the podcast. You would know that we wrapped up season one. We did 100 episodes of season one. So there's a few changes actually that I'm going to be making for season two. You learn and then you look back and then you tweak and adjust. All right. So there's a few changes. The first one, you'll probably notice that the thumbnails have changed for season two. Just updating the look and the branding. Been kind of thinking about, honestly, around episode 50 of the first season. I was like, man, this thumbnail needs to change. But I wanted to just wait and wrap up season one. And so season two is gonna have a new thumbnail, new look and feel, and so that's the first change. The other changes with the podcast, there's gonna be some live sessions, live recordings, just like now, right? Adsense dropping, you got it. Live recordings right now, and so as I will let you guys know when we're doing a live recording on YouTube, and that's when you'll kind of see me kind of reading some comments. So like I see here, my boy Terrence inside the lab PC. Today we're going to be talking about AdSense dropping. I also see Kevin Hawthorne here as well from Florida, right? So I'm going to be engaging with some of the comments that's happening on YouTube Live. So we're going to be recording some of these episodes live as a live stream. Just more fun, more engaging. Just really want to connect with everybody here. To be truthful with you guys, I haven't done much live streams recently, and so this is kind of fun for me to kind of get back in here. StreamYard has some really cool things that they're doing with layouts and stuff that I've just been having some fun setting up some new layouts. So you're going to get more of that. It's going to be really fun. All right. Third change is that there's going to be more interviews as well. I just want to have more conversations. I don't want to be the only voice or the primary voice of this podcast. In season one, there's a number of interviews, but I want to do way more interviews in season two. And so if you have anybody that you think I should be interviewing on this podcast, somebody that you think would be a really good conversation for us to have in this community, please let me know. Just send me a DM on Instagram, on LinkedIn, reach out to me. My email address is usually in the description, right? It's really easy to find. So let me know. And I would just love to hear who you would want as guests on this podcast. And then the fourth change, the fourth tweak I'm going to be making in this season is we're going to have a shorter season, right? So I did 100 episodes for season one. I don't think that's normal, but I just wanted to choose a round number. And so we'll probably do maybe 25, maybe 50 episodes. It'll still be a really long season, but yeah, we're going to have a shorter season this time around. And so those are some of the changes. Again, welcome to season two of the Coffee with Creators podcast. Again, my name is Rob Balasabas. I'm your host, and really been just so fun to be hanging out, creating content, and creating this community here within the podcast on YouTube and on all of the podcasting apps. All right. So glad to be here. Really excited for season two and just learning from season one and just continuing what we are doing here with this community. And so before we kind of jump into everything, I want to say thank you, of course, to our sponsor, which is StreamYard. We're using StreamYard right now to live stream. It's very meta. But huge thank you to StreamYard. Just been a really awesome friend of the podcast, friend to me. I've been using StreamYard for years. And so go check out StreamYard. Love them. Browser-based live streaming platform. Just so good. So they're always just changing so many things, updating, releasing new features. Just really fun. So make sure you go check them out. All right. And some housekeeping things. Again, just always sharing with you guys what we are doing here, what we are building. Yeah, they do. So I saw a comment here from Terrence. Okay, nice. Is that a new StreamYard layout? Yes, it's a new StreamYard layout. There's actually some really fun layouts that you can do now on StreamYard. You can really modify and customize your layouts. Really cool. And so yeah, so go check out StreamYard. A couple other things before we dive in. There's a few topics I really want to hit on. I've been thinking about this for a week since we wrapped up season one, but I want to, of course, just some housekeeping. I want to get the subscribers up here, all right, on the podcast. Okay, so make sure you guys are subscribing on your whatever podcasting platform you guys are on, whether it's Spotify or Apple. Subscribe so you see all the new episodes. But also make sure if you do like the podcast, you found some value, leave a review. That would be really, really helpful to get the podcast out to more and more creators out there. Okay, so we're also on Apple as well. Okay, and then lastly, this is my last ask before we dive into some of the topics. Is We have a Substack, we have a newsletter. Okay, so it's also a bit of a blog, I guess, with Substack. If you guys are familiar with Substack, if you are, let me know in the comments. But yeah, subscribe to the Substack because that's where you'll get the newsletter, some updates, things behind the scenes, all that stuff. The one thing, just to give you guys a heads up as well, is that I'm going to be relaunching our private membership, our community, yeah. So that's all I'll say for now. But make sure to get more information on that once it drops, as I release that content and open that up. It's going to be going to the news folks that are subscribed to the newsletter, to Substack. So make sure that you go to Substack. There is a link in the description, and yeah, and then that way you will know. Okay, so Substack's really easy. balasabas.substack.com. Okay, all right, let's get into the content today. I'm going to put down the mic. I don't know. I find it very, very a little bit more comfortable to be speaking into microphone. To all the people that are on the YouTube live, hello, good to see you guys. Yeah, drop into the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts as well. Let me know how you guys are doing as well. It's been a little while since I've been live streaming, so it might be a little bit rusty here. But first thing, huge thank you guys. I feel like I'm just dropping stuff here, but we hit 1 million views, which is crazy. So thank you to everybody that's been part of the journey so far on YouTube, on the podcast. Man, there's been a few versions of my YouTube channel, you know, as you grow as a content creator. So it's been really fun to just be creating this content with all of you, for all of you. And so thank you for being here. Yeah, we hit 1 million views, which is crazy. And so the next big milestone that we're going after is 10,000 subs. And so if you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, make sure you subscribe and be part of that journey with us here. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, thank you for celebrating that as well. If you saw that post on LinkedIn. Inside the lab with PC hardware. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Man, we've been hanging out for a long time. You, my friend, should be talking to Terrence here on YouTube Live. You should be coming on this podcast. I would love to talk to you and have your knowledge shared out here. So let's connect after this recording. Also, just a feel good bit of news. I was kind of scrolling through LinkedIn. I saw Reed post up that Feastables, which is, you guys know Feastables, right? Like Feastables is Mr. Beast's, chocolate bars. That brand is now in every 7-Eleven and Speedway across America. It's that's so wild. So they had a post. They posted it up here that excited to announce more locations soon. Probably 7-Eleven across the world. I'm in Canada. I don't think it's up here quite yet. But it is now in every 7-Eleven across Canada, which is crazy for a creator brand to get out there. And so that's just crazy. So very cool to see. I think they're doing a raffle for a Lamborghini. For the American folks out there, head over to your 7-Eleven and let us know how it goes. I mean, let us know how it tastes. I was at Vid Summit and I think they were giving them out. I didn't get one. So I actually have never had a Feastables bar. So yeah. One of these days, when I get down to the States, again, I'm going to stop by a 7-Eleven. So yeah, this is some feel-good news. Now, let's get into some actual content here. So one of the things I wanted to talk about here that I actually posted about on LinkedIn not too long ago. This was yesterday. And you'll see me do this quite often, guys. So one of the things I'm thinking about with the podcast, and again, just kind of thinking through content ideas and how to bring value to this community and not just talk sort of like off the cuff, is kind of talk about things that I'm thinking through already, through my other content channels. So like LinkedIn is kind of where I spend a lot of my time. Sharing ideas, commenting, engaging in conversations and threads there with other professionals, creator economy professionals, with influencers and things like that, partners, other people in the industry. And so you'll kind of see me. It's not going to be a secret, right? Because you guys will notice this, that if you're following me on LinkedIn and then also on the podcast, is that I'll share something on LinkedIn and have a discussion there, and I'll probably take it to the podcast here and also have a discussion with you guys so that I can kind of talk it through. I may have a co-host or a guest for that episode, and we'll just kind of chew it up, around that topic, whatever that is. It's going to be always going to be around the creator economy. It's going to be relevant to you, but that is sort of going to be the cadence, in terms of, I guess it's one way of repurposing content, right? Taking those conversations from LinkedIn, from like a text-based post, and then kind of discussing it here in the podcast with our community here. So one of the things I put up here yesterday, just to, some thoughts that I was having, was that courses versus memberships. It's something that a lot of people think about. A lot of course creators are really thinking about, like, hey, should I build a course? Should I build a membership? What should I do? Should I do both? Can both work really well? And the answer is yes. You guys know that if we've known each other for a while, that I used to work at Thinkific. That was like employee number 11 or 12 at Thinkific back in the day, 2015, 2016. And then the company just like we grew, and it was a crazy ride. But that was very much Thinkific's an online course platform. And then I worked at TubeBuddy, right? Met a lot of you during my days at TubeBuddy. I was hanging out with Andrew Can for quite some time, and then I had an opportunity to join Uscreen, which is such a blessing. It's just been amazing to be here, serving creators, working with influencers, and in the creator economy. But we are really honed in on video memberships, right? And so this thought comes to me all the time: online courses versus memberships. Online courses versus memberships, right? A bit of a struggle with creators. Like, what do I do? Which one? Pros and cons. But I am seeing, and this is just Rob's opinion, this is Rob's viewpoint, I'm seeing a lot of online course creators thinking about and launching memberships, right? Paid memberships. And the way that creators will, what's the word? Define memberships ranges, right? Some creators will say, oh yeah, I have a membership. I have a YouTube membership. It's one form of membership, right? One definition of a membership. Another definition of membership. Oh yeah, you mean like a Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee? Is that a membership? Yeah, it's one definition of a membership. That's more of tipping. That's more of patronage, right? Is Jay Klaus, another awesome creator, sort of defines that. Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee. Those are patronage, really tips. It's like the same as super chats, right? YouTube membership. Those are patronage. A true membership, in my opinion, again, my opinion, Rob's opinion, is that a true membership kind of comes in. There's a few factors that needs to exist for it to be a holistic, complete membership. One is on-demand content, right? On-demand content. The other is some form of live stream content / access to the thought leader, right? And so you'll see that as well. So when hopefully you're thinking through some things that you're seeing, some different programs out there, some memberships that you're thinking through. So there's that. So there's live content on-demand content. There is live content or live access to the thought leader that you're subscribed to. Could be a group, could be a person, could be a cast of thought leaders. Some memberships are like that. And then the third, which is really, really important for a membership, is a community, right? A community. It's really important to have a community. Okay, and so courses, by nature of courses, they have a beginning and end. They don't have a lot of these factors. They have on-demand content typically, and that's really it, right? That's what a course has. Okay, so what we're seeing now is that I'm seeing course creators are increasingly considering membership business models. Why? Because there's three reasons that I'm finding out here on these YouTube streets. I'm gonna share them with you. Just kind of, if you guys are watching the video, I'm just zooming in here so you guys can read it a little bit better. Three reasons, okay? First is easier content updates. With memberships, you can offer more of an evergreen learning experience. It allows the content to be updated effortlessly. There's no need to relaunch an entire course for every new idea or industry development. So what that means is that if I wanted to teach something today, like I'm going to be launching a new membership, relaunching our membership, our private membership, and it's going to be for content creators, right? And so if I wanted to do something, okay, today we're going to be talking about monetization, and it's going to be all about how to grow your affiliate revenue, right? Okay, cool. Tomorrow we're going to be creating another module, and it's going to be all about getting brand deals. That does not have to be its own separate course. It doesn't have to be two separate courses and thinking about the launch process and hyping it up and all that stuff and having a webinar and everything. We just put it into the membership, and everything funnels into the membership. That's what that means. Easier content updates. Enhanced communication is the next reason why course creators are thinking about membership models. Okay, enhanced communication. So memberships facilitate direct communication. It enables students to engage with their educators or the thought leader, the influencer, through live events, chat features, and a community platform. Okay, this will streamline the interactions between the course creator and their audience. Okay, so hopefully you guys are seeing a trend here. Rob's opinion, yes. That's right, Rob's opinion. That is all there is here in this channel. It's my opinion. And then the third, which is a really big one, because we talk about monetization, revenue all the time here. I hope that you guys are getting that vibe that we just talk. We talk a lot about business here, right? It's not faux pas. It's not off topic. It's not taboo. We can talk about money here, okay? And so the third reason why course creators are increasingly considering the membership business model is that the recurring revenue aspect of memberships, right? You think about your phone bill, your gym membership, Netflix, all of the things that you subscribe to. There's recurring revenue for those companies. They can expect that you are going to pay again next month and the month after and the month after that, right? Continuously, as long as they are providing you the service that you're looking for, right? The value that you are looking for. And so this is one of the main reasons why course creators are considering the membership model, right? Unlike course launches that require continuous promotion and relaunches, memberships provide a steady stream of recurring revenue. Okay, that means it's happening every single month, recurring. It could be every year, right? If somebody's paying, your annual membership, could be every year. But certainly with courses, typically courses are one-time fee only, right? You're only paying one time for this course, right? I'm going to pay $99 or $29 or $500 for this course one time, right? It's not a recurring revenue, which is the main difference with memberships, right? I also saw a comment. Chantel Hills is here. Hey, good to see you, Chantel. Love to see you here. You need to wiggle over a little. Your faces, I know. Thank you for the heads up. So for the folks that are listening on the audio, my face is kind of disappearing from the camera because I am wiggling too much. You can catch it on the next live recording, or you can watch the video version of the podcast. But yeah, thank you for the heads up, Chantel. Good to see you here. Hope everything's going well down under in Australia with you and Justin over there. So, okay, number 3, recurring revenue again. So course creators can avoid complex marketing campaigns and focus on nurturing their community, right? So if you are with course creators, typically, and again, I know this because I spent a number of years, hanging out with course creators during my days at Thinkific, you are always thinking about the next campaign. Course creators are always thinking about the next campaign because they do a big launch and then they let that course go, right? It just kind of does evergreen or whatever. It sits in there, on their website, and people might find it. But typically they're thinking about the next course, next launch, right? What's the next process? We're going to hit the email list again. We're going to do webinars again, right? We're going to do that again. Open cart, close cart, all that stuff. And so it's always one-time sales. If you want to get recurring revenue, you have to continuously do new launches, right? or have complex email automations. When somebody buys one course, you upsell them to another course. At the end of that, to finish a course, it triggers an email to go on and say, hey, congratulations, you finished course 101. Would love to invite you to course 201, right? And that's how you do that. Whereas with a membership, it is just automatically recurring, the nature of membership. And so you can pour into your members, your students, knowing and being pretty confident that they're going to be paying you month after month anyway. And so you just continue to pour and add value to them, and you can focus on nurturing your community and doing those sorts of things. Now, there's a twist. However, and this is my LinkedIn post, this is, again, after conversations and also hearing from our team, despite launching memberships, some creators are still keeping their courses and offering both a course and a membership. Okay, here's some reasons why. One, higher price points. Courses can generate substantial revenue within a short time frame due to their higher price points, right? So let's say a membership might be $49 a month, $29 a month, whereas a course, you could sell for like $200, $300, $500, maybe $1,000 or even up. And so it's a good injection of capital to have a course and to sell courses. There's also upselling opportunities. And so I've seen a lot of course creators. I'm going to share some examples with you guys here in just a moment, with creators that have both courses and memberships. And the creators use the membership to upsell the course and vice versa. So they may say, hey, you want this course for, $89, or you can sign up for my monthly membership and it's only $29 a month, knowing that people will say, okay, well, yeah, of course, I'm just going to sign up for the $29 a month course, but knowing that their content, their membership, the lifetime value of an average member is maybe 2 years or 3 years. And so $29 times 3 years or 24 months or 36 months, it's going to be way higher than what the course is worth, right? That makes sense? Let me know if that makes a lot of sense, or a little bit of sense even. And the third reason here why course creators are having both courses and memberships is that there's some programs does have a specific time framed period, right? So some individuals will seek guided programs with a defined duration to meet their specific goals, right? And so they're like, okay, well, I need to learn this thing within 2 weeks or 10 days or whatever that is, right? And so they'll keep the course because there's maybe a boot camp and it's like every day there's a video for 2 weeks, something like that. You can also do that with memberships, but sometimes framing it as a course is a little bit more practical. Okay, some examples here. I'm going to share some examples real quick. You guys can just go to these websites and you can learn on your own and kind of check them out. First one is Jevin Dovey. Jevin Dovey's amazing. You guys should go check him out. He is a beast out here on the YouTube streets. He's got almost, I think, 1 million subs. When I met him, he was probably around 300,000 or 400,000 subs, but now he's at 1 million, pretty close to 1 million. But he's got the Creator Film School. This is built on Uscreen. So if you guys are interested in what Jevin's using, that's where I am during the day, which is uscreen.tv. And then screen.tv. And so you'll see here, he's got a membership that's $29 a month, right? Scroll down. He's got his value propositions here: learn YouTube, earn income, make better videos. Great, perfect. You can learn his YouTube system in my core training, right? All that. But you'll see here as you scroll down, you'll see that he has courses. He does have courses. Anywhere ranging from like $49 to $97, right? One time. And if I go into one of these courses, this is what I'm talking about. When I go and say, okay, cool, I want to get this course, I'll sign up for it. And what you guys will see, if you're not seeing this on the video, what he has when you check out, he's got two options. You can either get this one-time course, this camera crash course for $49 one time, or you can sign up for his membership where you have access to everything for $29 a month, right? So I'll ask you, like, which option would you go with, right? You'd probably go with the $29 option because you're like, well, I can catch that course plus like a bunch of other content that I know Jevin is solid and he gives amazing content and educational content. So yeah, that makes sense. Plus, when I go to it, I can see that he also has a community and he also does live streams and all these things. So why not, right? That just makes so much more sense. The other option I want you guys to go check out is filmmakersacademy.com. Okay, filmmakersacademy.com. I will put a link to both of these sites in the show notes and in the description. Go check them out. But filmmakersacademy.com, we're looking at their catalog right now. They're a membership, right? And I would love for you guys to guess how much this membership is per month. Okay, we're going to look at it in just a second. But if you're here in the chat, type a number down. How much do you think this membership is per month? And so they've got a membership, but they also have courses. And so here they have courses, and we're going to check one of these courses out. Let's go to this one, Behind the Art of Producing with Jamie Ranta. And there's 6 modules in this course. The first one is free, so you can watch the. Okay, very cool. And so now I like this. I like this. It looks good. Looks like high quality content. Let's go to this first module or second module, I guess. Okay, now I hit a paywall. And so I want to buy because I want to go forward and pay for it. And so here we go. So you got 2 options. You can buy this course one time for $129 one time, or you can pay $49 a month and you have access to everything in the catalog, which is more than one course. It's multiple courses, multiple modules, multiple tutorials, and behind the scenes and all that stuff. It's just way more value, right? That's another thing that makes it really lucrative for course creators to offer a membership, is that they can offer their content to a wider audience at a more affordable rate. In the long run, they will likely make more money, more revenue from that student because they're paying monthly. But it is a more affordable price point than a single course, if that makes sense. Okay. So those are some examples there. And so those are just really the thoughts that I had around courses and memberships. The reason why this kind of came to mind, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to kind of get into it in just a moment, is that there's a lot of things happening right now with Adsense and, the Google. I mean, Google searches are crazy right now. A lot of changes. AI is changing a lot of things, and so, I've got some tweets here that I wanted to show you guys from some friends of mine that speaks into this. And so that's my thoughts around courses and memberships. I would love to get your feedback, would love to get your thoughts, whether it's on YouTube in the description, or sorry, in the comments, or if you're listening to this on the podcast, on the audio only podcast, head over to LinkedIn or Instagram, send me a message, or head over to YouTube, leave a comment. But I'd just love to learn. I would just love to hear what your thoughts are around courses versus memberships. That topic specifically, okay? Because I think it's a very hot topic right now. Creating products as a content creator is so vital. Like I can't express how important that is to this audience, and I just don't think I would be doing this audience justice if I don't really reinforce that with you guys. Whether you want to build a course or build a membership, you just need to start thinking of creating these products for yourself and not rely solely on platform revenue. Okay. All right. So there, I'm going to get off my my box here. We're going to get into the next topic here. So courses and memberships. That's my thoughts there. I saw this tweet from my buddy Ed Lawrence. If you guys are familiar with him, let me know in the comments. Ed Lawrence, Business Film Booth. This guy has 2 channels. One of them is like over 300,000 subs, and then he has a new channel, Creator Booth, where it's just new, but it's already growing like crazy and has a ton of views already. I'm gonna pull it up here. Yeah, so he has 307,000 subs on his main channel, and then on his new channel, because Ed's a pro, he's got almost 13,000 subs with only Honestly, I think he has like 6 videos. Okay, never mind. He has 8 videos, and he's got 13,000 subs on that channel. His last few videos has an average view of like 17,000 roughly. So he's doing some things right. He knows his way around YouTube. And so he tweeted this. When did he tweet this? He tweeted this earlier today. He's in the UK. I saw it in the morning, so he must have tweeted it, his afternoon or something. And so he says, Film Booth, which is his channel, Film Booth hit an all-time high for views last month. Ad revenue was half. Okay. Ad revenue was half. Highest views last month, but ad revenue was half. Most YouTubers need to find a product or service. Too many people, I think he's talking to creators, too many people look at it as selling out, though. Okay. Think of it more as survival and payoff for the insane work that you put in. Okay. This is really the narrative that I'm hearing out here right now, you guys. Is that ad revenues are, yes, this month it's half. It could bounce back next month, but it is regardless of how it behaves, what the level is. It fluctuates a lot. It's really difficult to plan a business, to invest into resources, to hire team members, to invest in yourself. If your revenue fluctuates, right? You're like, well, I don't know if I can invest today because I don't know if I'm going to get money next month, right? So it's really difficult to do that. And so, again, going back to why I was talking about online courses or memberships, yes, of course, transparently, I would love for you guys to start thinking that through. Launching memberships, right? Launching courses, sure, do that if that's it's sort of like your gateway into building your own products. But work towards memberships. So I'm just going to be really upfront with you guys there, because then you want to build a recurring revenue stream, a predictable revenue stream, and not worrying whether or not you're going to get sales next month or AdSense is going to dip or whatever it is, right? You can plan a life with recurring revenue, right? It's kind of building your own salary, right? And so you want to do that, and so with Ed here, it really just like, oh, like what's going on here, Ed? Like, so, Ed, by the way, I'm sure he's doing fine. This is like his ad revenue. The majority of larger creators, the ad revenue they've already thought this through. What I'm telling you guys to do, what I'm advising you guys to do, they've already taken that advice. They've already thought that through, and they've already built multiple revenue streams. Ed is going to be fine. If his ad revenue dips, I might be speaking for him here, but I'd be confident in saying that Ed would be fine because he probably has sponsorships. I know for a fact because I'm trying to sponsor him through Uscreen. He's probably got sponsorships. He's probably got digital products already. He's got coaching and consulting, and he's got other things that he's doing outside of YouTube, outside of the platform revenue. He's using YouTube to really grow his reach, right? Grow his audience, and he's understanding all of that, right? And he's building his revenue, his business and his revenue outside of the platform, right? Now, as most creators are, as they're starting out, they don't think that through quite yet. They're still really trying to build their audience. And so I just want to kind of put that out there because that's the truth. There's a lot of creators out there that are thinking through like, hey, I want to build a large channel and I want to make money from YouTube AdSense. I want to get into the YouTube partnership program. It's not really a viable business model to rely on YouTube ad programs, right? Because the economy could go up and down and people could pull back. Brands could pull back on ads on YouTube, and then your CPMs and your RPMs and stuff like that are going to be lowered. And so it's just not a good way to build a business. It's not sustainable. It's not predictable. And I don't want to put you. I don't want you guys to be. I would hate to see you guys in that kind of situation. All right. So I got a couple comments here. We're going to jump into some comments. Chantel Hill says, my thoughts on the whole selling out thing is that YouTube viewers consider it selling out and say it, but it costs to run a business, even a YouTube-based business. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You're preaching to the choir here, Chantel. I mean, I know how much work, not to even talk about like equipment and all that, right? Cameras, lights, tools, software, microphones, all those things, but your time, your energy as a creator, right, to be building and sharing these things. A lot of people think, yeah, you know what? Why are you taking a brand deal? Why are you, selling courses? Why are you making me pay for membership? You should do this for free, right? And yeah, it's just not a good way to be looking at it. You talk to the established creators, the creators that are professional creators, they would never say that to you, right? They would say, yeah, no, for sure, go for it, right? Go build your business, build those revenue streams, right? Look around, explore, and do your research, but take action and build those revenue streams. Okay. Yeah. So good. Thank you for that comment. Another comment here from Chantel Hills again, thank you, is understanding that all of your viewers will not be your customers, but the top 1%. So close the top 1% will be customers. So close your ears to those calling shill. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you, Chantel. That's also very true. Not everybody is going to be investing or purchasing your products or going to be a customer of yours, and that's totally fine, right? They can hang out, they can support you by watching your YouTube videos, not clicking through the ads, not skipping through the ads, because understanding that does bring revenue to you. Hopefully they'll be, even at least sharing your content on Twitter or Instagram, or mentioning you, or sharing your channel with somebody that, like, hey, you're looking for this. You know what? I know a channel. You should go watch this guy or this lady, right? And so, yeah, not everybody will be your customers, but the 1%, probably more than 1%, will be. And they'll be willing to invest with you and support you in the things that you are doing. And again, it's not automatic. You're not entitled to it, right? As a creator, and we know that. I know you know that, Chantel. But you have to bring value to them as well, and so it's just really important. But yeah, thank you, Chantal. Those are great comments. I appreciate that. Okay, very good. So let me just, as we wrap up today, thank you for Ed. If you're watching this, I would love to have you on the podcast. Thank you for that tweet. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm looking through my notes. I mean, again, season 2, guys, thank you so much for hanging out here. I can't believe that we are into episode 101. I just actually did an interview this morning, early morning before I started work. I interviewed Jennifer Fan, who is you're gonna love this interview. It's gonna be episode 102, and it is she is the co-founder of Passion Fruit. If anybody is familiar with Passion Fruit. So Passion Fruit. And so they're a really cool platform. They're based out of Belgium. She's the co-founder. She comes from a VC, venture capitalist background, kind of playing in those streets before she founded Passion Fruit. And you'll hear her story. I'm actually a user of Passion Fruit. They're not sponsors or anything. I just really like the platform. And it's a platform that helps you essentially get more sponsorships. Okay, helps you get more sponsorships, and that's all I will really say for now. Tune into that episode. That's going to be episode 102, the one right after this. And so as we wrap up today, again, I just wanted to invite you guys to make sure that you are subscribed to the Substack, to the newsletter. Okay. So weird. I'm like doing the same pose as the picture on the screen. But yeah, subscribe to the Substack. That's my newsletter. That's also my blog. And like I said in the earlier in this episode, that we're going to be relaunching our community, our membership very, very soon. I am actually working. We're going to have our own apps, guys. I'm going to be using Uscreen. And so there's actually a number of us internally at Uscreen that's going to be launching our own membership. It's going to be really fun to be sort of part of that cohort. And so that's going to be, it's Uscreen. So Uscreen, there you go. Why don't I show it on the screen? Uscreen. I just saw a picture here, a message here from Terrence. He's like, Uscreen? No, it's Uscreen. So the letter U and then screen, like a TV screen, .tv, uscreen.tv. Okay. And so, we're going to have our own, we're going to have our membership. You're going to have our own apps on the mobile, on iOS and Android. It's going to be really fun. And so I want you guys to be on the email list so that I can let you guys know when that drops, when we're going to be probably doing some type of founders rate. Yeah, founders rate or something. You know, we're gonna do something fun for everybody that's been supporting for so long here. And so make sure that you are on the Substack. So go to balasabas.substack.com. Okay, and just subscribe. All you need to do is put your email address and away you go. And hopefully you enjoyed that content as well. All right. So with that, thank you so much for hanging out with me for episode 101, episode 1 of season 2. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else, but really been really fun hanging out with you guys here. Hope to see you guys in episode 102. And until then, God bless you guys and take care.